Hello and welcome to BOIImpact. I'm Elo Odibo-Madaki. Nigeria's oldest, largest and most successful development finance institution, the Bank of Industry, is 65, and the bank has continued to boost the development of the Nigerian economy through its support of the industrial sector. The bank marked its 65th anniversary with a press conference held in Lagos, announcing groundbreaking milestones, including mobilizing over $5 billion from the international capital markets. This feat solidifies BOI's role as a critical driver of industrialization, economic development, and MSME empowerment in Nigeria. BOI's 65 years of stellar performance is indeed a manifestation of the hard work, as well as strong commitment of the bank's board, management, and staff, who continue to work tirelessly in pursuit of the bank's vision and mission to effectively deliver on the bank's mandate. Here are details of BOI's 65th anniversary press conference. The Bank of Industry's mandate is to provide financial assistance for the establishment of large, medium, and small projects, as well as the expansion, diversification, rehabilitation, and modernization of existing enterprises. BOI positively impacts entrepreneurs to bring their dreams to life, which in the process helps in catalyzing Nigeria's industrial transformation. Addressing business editors and guests, the Managing Director of the Bank of Industry, Dr. Olashupo Olusi, highlighted the bank's milestone accomplishments.
In 2007, BOI's authorized share capital was increased to 250 billion naira to put the bank in a position to address its mandate better. It was subsequently increased to 500 billion in May 2023. And in recognition of the pivotal role of MSMEs in national economic development, the bank in 2014 engaged 122 SME consultants and entered strategic alliances with 10 SME-friendly commercial banks. Today, we have over 300 business development service providers supporting MSMEs nationwide. In 2015, BOI commenced a national footprint expansion by opening 8 state offices across the Federation. This drive has continued through the years, and I'm proud to say that as of today, BOI has presence in 33 states nationwide. In 2017, BOI commenced raising funds on the international market with a 750 million Afrexim loan. Since then, we have successfully raised over 5 billion from the international capital markets through Eurobonds, loan syndications, and green finance instruments. This month, we concluded a global loan syndication of nearly 2 billion euros, which is the largest fundraising in BOI's history, and indeed the largest syndication in the history of any DFI in Africa. In November 2023, the federal government appointed BOI as the executing agency for its 200 billion FGN intervention funds, which includes a 50 billion presidential conditional grant scheme, a 75 billion manufacturing sector fund, and a 75 billion MSME sector fund. This program is currently being implemented and funds are being disbursed, and there are numerous stories of the impact on private enterprises. In 2024, we introduced our 6 thematic focus areas to drive development impact. This year, we also launched the Rural Areas Program on Investment for Development, the RAPID program. We are improving on our product offerings with plans to scale up our non-interest banking segment, the Export Credit Agency, and supply chain financing with a view to providing adequate financing to various economic clusters, recognizing our national diversity to drive economic growth. BOI has also launched a climate-focused initiative. As a testament to this, BOI has been nominated as a direct access entity by the Nigerian Climate Change Commission to access financing for climate projects through the Green Climate Fund. In October 2024, we developed our knowledge instruments and introduced them to Nigerians. The launch of 2 publications, the BOI Journal of Development Finance and the BOI Journal of Development Review, as well as a price intelligence platform for real-time monitoring of price variations of food commodities across the country. Looking into the future, we reaffirm our commitment to drive sustainable industrialization, support clients with innovative financing solutions, expand our partnerships, strengthen financial inclusion efforts, and work closely with government agencies to advocate policies that foster a supportive business environment where MSMEs, startups, large enterprises, and the Nigerian enterprise ecosystem can thrive. I am confident that together we will continue to surpass limitations, create new opportunities, and build a brighter future for Nigeria.
The Chief Strategist and Development Officer at the Bank of Industry, Dr. Issa Omagu, spoke about some of the bank's feats in a detailed presentation.
We are a triple accredited DFI, and it speaks to the fact that we want to be best in class in Africa, operating under global best practices, and I think it's really reflecting the way we run our business on a daily basis. We also, in terms of that's in terms of credit rating, but in terms of certifications, we are also triple ISO certified. It's a testament to what the bank is trying to do to ensure that we remain very relevant and we're able to attract significant funding. In order for us to be able to truly downstream the benefits of all our intentions, we need to have areas of focus. And those areas of focus are MSMEs, gender lens, where we focus on women-owned business or women-run businesses. We also know, in terms of demography, how youthful a population is. Digital drives or enables businesses. So again, that is the reason why we're having as one of thematic areas. And there's nothing we can do without infrastructure. And infrastructure is very encompassing, including power infrastructure. So the bank is focused. So these 6 thematic areas show where the bank is focused. And in the course of engaging with our customers, we want to see that at least two thematic areas are in focus. So going into this new season of our life, in the last 3 years, we have come up with a very deliberate and intentional strategy that helps us to really zero in on those 6 thematic areas that Wella showed in the previous slide. And it is targeted at ensuring that we embed those areas and drive business along that line.
Some of the bank's customers also gave their remarks.
Over the years, a lot of people ask me where we get all the funding for our expansion. I've always proudly mentioned that BOI is where we get the funds. And they always tell me, but how do you do it? I said, there's no other way of doing it than to approach them, say exactly what you want to do, make your applications, provide the documentation, and you get your money. It's an excellent institution, very much dedicated and passionate about developing Nigeria. BOI is the engine room for entrepreneurs like us, for manufacturers who have invested all the energy and the passion in Nigeria.
I must say that Bank of Industry has been very, very supportive. I remember when we approached the Bank of Industry in 2003, all the requirements from the Bank of Industry actually helped to prepare us as a business. You know, the requirements from the Bank of Industry got us to get our accounts in order. It helped us to institutionalize our corporate governance. They also helped with promoting our businesses. I think they've helped with showcasing our company and our factory, and that has helped in so many ways. So kudos to Bank of Industry. Thank you very much for the amazing work you're doing, and I know that you've helped Nigerians.
I'm a fairly new customer of the Bank of Industry. And we got our first facility last year. I think for me, what was really remarkable in the process is the professionalism. We got our facility in less than 4 months, from start to finish. I also particularly want to commend the executive leadership of the Bank of Industry. The commitment to their mandate is evident in the way they engage with the customers. The MD himself has come to our facility to see us, to learn of our growth journey, to learn of opportunities to support us.
Executive Director MSME Mr. Shekar Omar, in his closing remarks, said the bank will continue to support the nation's economic development.
Thank you very much, our dear journalists, for being very supportive. We are here to serve. We'll continue to serve this great nation. The federal government believes in us. We believe in the federal government. We are carrying out their responsibilities in terms of disbursements to Nigerians with all our hearts, and we do that with integrity.
For over 6 decades, Bank of Industry has been here, driving Nigeria's industrial development through financial and business support services to micro enterprises, small and medium enterprises, and large enterprises across Nigeria. Leveraging on strategic partnerships, we provide equipment financing, working capital, and support to enterprises in key sectors of Nigeria's economy, including youth and women-led enterprises. Whatever your business needs, starting up, expansion, diversification, modernization, or rehabilitation, we'll be here, always to support you. Bank of Industry, transforming Nigeria's industrial sector.
So what the Duchess has been able to benefit from in terms of its relationship with the BOI means that we are able to, one, of course, as I said earlier, provide that access to affordable world-class healthcare, and two, we're able to invest in a wide range of facilities and services. So, of course, the Bank of Industry is concerned with development finance, but I will have to say that the Bank of Industry has been a very crucial partner right from inception, taking the leap into healthcare, starting with this organization to fund not just the infrastructural development, much of it, but also the range of cutting-edge facilities that we have in radiology and laboratory right through here. The Bank of Industry has been able to support us in putting that together right at the start, right going back to 2016, 2017, in the laying of the foundation for this place, and also supporting us with the operational financing. This support is not in double-digit interest rates, and it's not in foreign exchange, which means that we are able to underpin this service with what I like to call sustainable business.
You're watching BOIImpact. The 19th of November every year is designated to celebrate men worldwide for their impactful contributions to the world. This year's theme, Positive Male Role Models, emphasizes the importance of men in shaping and building a better world for everyone. The Bank of Industry celebrated this year's International Men's Day with an impactful conference where discussions centered around the importance of healthy living, fitness, wealth management, and mental health. Here are details of the event. BOI's MD, Dr. Olashipo Olusi, encouraged men to prioritize their well-being.
This year's theme, Men's Health Champions, reminds us that while men are often seen as providers and protectors, their health, both physical and mental, is just as critical as the roles that they play. The average life expectancy for men was 70 years old globally. For Nigeria, it is 55 years. Additionally, men face a significant mental health crisis globally, with suicide rates nearly 3 times higher than that of women. Today, we aim to challenge stereotypes, start conversations, encourage all our male colleagues to prioritize their well-being. I hope this inaugural event sets the tone for many more celebrations in the future, just as vibrant and impactful as those for our women. To my male colleagues, this is our moment, not just to be celebrated, but also to reflect on how we can champion our own health and that of others.
The panel sessions were informative and inspiring. The first panel discussion was on the topic Chief to Chief.
organizations should also help to support the younger males within the corporate setting. Traditionally, culturally, in society, the expectation is that the man is the hunter. He goes out and hunts for the family. But the evolution of work and also the continuing, I guess, advocacy for women to also be financially independent mean that increasingly you have two-income families. Right. I mean, I always advise young couples when both of them sort of want to be on their own and want to be entrepreneurial that at a certain stage, one person should be earning a salary so that at least instead of having feast and famine, when both of you are entrepreneurs, one person is actually covering the bills.
The role of a man, as distinguished from a woman, is that of protector. And I think, what are we protecting? We're protecting, first of all, our families. Secondly, our country or our society. And thirdly, and most importantly, our values. We will all be measured by our values. And it's not even enough that we protect them, but it's how we protect them. What do we do to protect those things that we consider important to us? And that's what makes the difference between a successful man with a legacy. So I think that all men should think, what are the things that are important to me? Because you'll be judged by that. And how do I go about protecting those things? What do I do?
The topic for the second panel discussion was insightful discussions on health, wealth, and advocacy.
We need to learn to listen to ourselves, because ultimately the responsibility of navigating life, dealing with life, getting through this, surviving and thriving is on you. No one else. So I speak from a place of accountability in terms of the choices that you make on a day-to-day basis. Your lifestyle choices, the way you respond to life, the way you react to challenges, the way you react to adversity, because life is constantly trying to make withdrawals from you. So it's up to you individually to put deposits back into yourself.
You need a wealth manager. At every level, you need someone who is a professional, who will advise you and who will guide you. Because you can't do it, you don't know it. And even when you're looking for that manager, look for a manager that you trust, someone with integrity, someone that knows what he is doing, someone that also knows very well what you are interested in investing. As much as possible, invest your funds. Remember that you will one day retire. Think of where to invest. When you are investing, think of the area you invest in. And make sure that if you are having any business with anybody, make sure that you are having business with someone with integrity, someone with the knowledge of that field, and someone with experience that can guide you.
We must know that everybody has a responsibility to take care of their health. Unfortunately, because of the macho role that men place on themselves, generally we say, even when we do medical research, that men have a poor health-seeking behavior. And very often I've had patients or clients who the man is always coming to the hospital with a wife, and I'm asking, have you done a check yourself? Have you checked your own blood sugar, your own blood pressure? I say, no, don't worry about me. Just take care of madam. She's very, very important to me. There is a test, for instance, called HbA1c. Remember the number 6. It must not cross 6. There is another thing called total cholesterol. The number is 5. It must not cross 5. There is another one called fasting blood sugar. The number 2 for that is 5. Then the next one is 4. Men should not forget the number 4 when it comes to their prostates. It's very simple. You just do a test called the PSA. Remember that number 4. Then the 3 and the 2, they apply to other aspects of cholesterol.
Make plans. Yes. I also say that if you're given the grace of old age, reasonable old age, up to a point when your children are grown up, they're married and all that, honestly, the best thing as I always advise, is try to do as much or give out as much as you can in your lifetime. As you have a duty to plan your life, try also to plan your passing. Peace in your lifetime is about your mental health. Peace also after you've gone, because they say you can see. It is those of us left here that cannot see. If you want to have that peace also in your grave, try to plan as best as you can.
Up until I was diagnosed with cancer at the age of 48, I'd never run a marathon in my life. Now I chop marathons every weekend. Every weekend I run half marathons. Now, on the other hand, mental resilience. Being diagnosed with cancer was the hardest thing I have had to deal with because I didn't know who to turn to. But over time, we developed that mental resilience. I mastered the art of not sweating the small stuff. I learned to compartmentalize my challenges effectively. I cultivated a more focused and purposeful approach to daily life. But most importantly, I learned to put my ego aside and actually go and talk to people. So my journey has shown me that while style may be innate, lifestyle is a canvas we can consciously paint with the colors of our experiences, choices, and aspirations.
While giving the vote of thanks, the Bank of Industry's Executive Director, Corporate Services and Commercial, Mr. Usenefion, restated BOI's readiness to celebrate men and their sacrifices.
Going forward, as a bank, this has come to stay. It's going to be part and parcel of BOI tradition. We'll continue to celebrate our men because our men are amazing, hardworking, and we need to encourage these men to be able to replicate future generations.
Many real-life lessons and solutions were shared at the 2024 International Men's Day celebration organized by the Bank of Industry. The theme was ACT, and the resource persons did justice to the topics of discussion. In addition to financial support, the Bank of Industry provides the much-needed business advisory and capacity building services by leveraging the bank's strategic partnerships. You too can be a beneficiary of the bank's products and services. For more information, please visit our website www.boi.ng or any of the bank's offices closest to you. I am Elo Odibo-Madaki. Thanks for watching.